top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Still looking, on the move. Complete to the right.
Well, that's a great job working through his progression. The first guy he wanted to throw to wasn't open. He was able to kind of get through it. And lo and behold, there's a guy wide open. Nobody near him. It's a big play for the offense.
And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Snagged in the middle, it's Alexander. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. To the air, it's Dampier. Extending the play. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. And they're able to make the tackle.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Caught near the sticks, it's Smith. Breaks into the... Continues to fight for yards. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Tosses it incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
NC State has to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Pulls it in, it's Rodgers. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that 1st down marker. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And you just saw one there on the crossing route.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The run to the left. At the 35, he's loose. Turning on the Jets. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Doors.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida Atlantic is trailing right now, and I know it may look bleak, but this team needs to regroup, remind itself it's at home, and remember just how quickly things can change. They're trailing by just 4 to FIU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the running back. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
And sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
On the move, it's Alexander. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. That's caught. It's Green. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Barnett. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Bulldozes his way through. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They've been completely lethargic in this 1st half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
On the run, it's Smothers. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. That's reeled in. It's Smothers.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Hauls it in. Turning it on. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back. On the run from inside his own 5. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback keeps it. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the offense will stay out there with a mere 3 ticks remaining here in the first half. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop and limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Bailey. Just a short pass to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
NC State with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Smothers. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Smothers. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man.
And 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Nice job by this defense. That's the way to set the tone in the second half. First drive, get them in a third down, get the sack, get the football to your offense. That is how you get back in this game really quickly.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He's going to take off. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Off the play fake. Short throw to the sideline is caught. He's out of bounds, and he's got a first down. And just when you think the fullback is extinct, he makes a play, makes a catch, and moves the chains.
You got to be impressed with this fullback, too, because he's obviously built to block. He's built to live in the trenches. Look at this guy. But he has the ability to catch the football. Very soft hands. He's a good little weapon in this offense.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Snap it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where it's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get north-south, and it's fine if we only lose a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards where now we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
The Commodores will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. to throw on first down off the play fake. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. NC State quick to the line. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. And listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a really good decision by the QB. Nice job understanding the situation in the football game. Don't turn the ball over. I kick a field goal. I'm in a great spot in this football game in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Lets it fly. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on 4th down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the...
And they will score! Touchdown, NC State!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Bringing it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now the play fake. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Quarterback making checks. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Let's go. Break. Single, single. All right.
Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. With the catch, it's Smith. There he goes. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Off the play fake on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Snags it on the right. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Line getting set on second down. Trying play action. Buys a little time. He wants a big play here late. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Looking to throw. It's Dampier. Bringing the heat. He's taking a deep shot. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Knocked down at the 43-yard line, and the interception has him set up in plus territory. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number 1, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not